Hi guys, we're here at Bedford Autodrome with the Hyundai IONIQ 5N. Now this isn't your bog standard video where we go around the features, the benefits, how big is the boot, what's the rear leg room like. We're actually going to test it exactly what the N Division intended it for, out on the circuit.
We're here at Bedford Autodrome over on the North Circuit to put the Hyundai IONIQ 5N to the test.
So yes, this car has over 600 horsepower and a 0 to 62 time of 3.5 seconds. But by EV standards, that's actually not that hard to achieve. But it is giving that something that we've missed with electric cars, that hot hatch feel. And that's because this car, yes, it's an EV, but it has gears. Well, kind of. So it has something called N gear. Now this is a software that manipulates the motor and the drivetrain to deliver power and torque to mimic an 8-speed DCT. So this means we have flappy paddles, it will push us back in our seat, rev match on downshift, and even have a rev limiter where you have to upshift yourself. So this is all well and good and when we love our petrol cars and our hot hatches, and it's something that we do miss with an EV. Because even in an automatic car, you can have that fun with the flappy paddles out on track. But how realistic is this going to be? Now, I've heard so many amazing things about this car from different content creators, journalists, and everything online, but I've never driven one myself. There's a little bit of skepticism about this because it is still a big EV. It weighs over 2 tons and it's meant to simulate that feeling of a hot hatch. But I guess there's only one way that we're ever going to find out whether we're going to love this thing or hate it.
Worry about him then. So right into the curb there again. And then we're back to the left hand side, so just towards the end of the curb and as your turning point, they're back up. Looking to clip on that post on the inside. So go on, give it some gas, take it to the rev limiter and you'll feel it.
Oh, there you go. Jesus.
That's it. Off your brakes now, roll in there, middle of the road, and we bring it back in towards the end. That's it. It's cool, isn't it, the gears?
That is so cool.
Imagine where the technology is going to be in 10 years' time. Go on, give it some gas, back to the left. Now, if you want to flick it into like traditional electric mode, the little button on the right hand side there, if you push that, that'll go into like normal gears now. But then we've lost the sound of the air. It feels weird now. So it's a lot harder to get a sensation of what speed you're travelling now, isn't it, without that engine noise?
Feels fast. I'm naturally pressing the gear.
Yeah, well, because you've got a linear power now, haven't you? So you know you haven't got the system trying to replicate a petrol engine. So you've just got linear power the whole time, so it's going to be the quick way through, yeah. So if you flip the button again, it'll go back in the normal gears if you want to go in that, whatever you want to drive in, it's up to you.
Yeah, that's normal. There we go.
I'll tell you, when you come out the hairpin this time, leave it in a high gear just so you can feel how gutless it is now. So that's it. So now go back to fourth or fifth, yeah, go fifth. Okay. I won't let you go, but try and fourth or not, yeah, see now you floor it. But electric cars shouldn't do that, should it? Because it's linear power all the time. So it's really clever how the engineers have actually dialed it down to take power away because you're not in the power band. So when we did down the straight this time, we're going to hit the red button you can see on the steering, but wait till it's in a straight line. That's going to give you an extra 50 horsepower.
Love it.
But just watch out for the braking point at the end because we're going a fair bit quicker.
Oh, there we go.
So ease off now. Start getting back on again, that'd be great, make things. What do you think? Like it?
I'm really enjoying this.
It's a great car, isn't it? But you know, you think for 60 grand, what are you going to buy that's going to beat it?
That's it. That you could quite happily do your work in like £5 a charge at home.
Yeah, so we're on, good fun on the circuit. You're never going to get bored of this. And then, put it in EV mode, just put around the shops in it. But the build quality is really good as well. Everything's so well screwed together, you know. There's no rattles or creaks anywhere.
And it's smooth. It's really smooth.
Yeah, so we'll do an extra one, yeah?
Thank you. Oh, gears.
Let it go out. Yeah, we'll keep going. Do one more lap, right? Yeah. say, there's so many modes on the car for like drift optimizer and brake regens. There's so many parameters you can change, but you'd really need an hour to go through
Yeah, I was
them
going to
all.
say you need all day to
Yeah.
really have an experience of it all.
You know, and if you want to, you can make it 100% front wheel drive, 100% rear wheel drive.
Oh God.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So clever what they've done,
Yeah.
and they've really set like the boundary with it in terms of what everyone else is doing. They've just gone above and beyond.
That's it. When we go down that other little straight, if you just chill it out a little bit, just get a bit of temperature out of these brakes before we park it.
They've had a lot of weight to go through.
Yeah. It just keeps over to the right hand side.
We'll go EV mode, there we go.
Nice and quiet now.
Nice and quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, that was brilliant. That is absolutely phenomenal. What can I say about that? The thing when I've driven EVs on track before is the lack of control that I feel. I know that sounds really strange, but when you're going through corners, you know kind of what approximate gear you should be in that corner. You gather speed a lot better, the power and everything kind of in that control. That's something that's been missed in electric cars, and this has just solved that problem for me. That was so much fun. It's something I would definitely jump at the opportunity to do again. Would I change my Lotus for it? Maybe not. I like my manual gears, but in terms of where electric cars and innovation is going, this is a prime example of what's to come. And I think it's such a forefront leader at the moment to getting us out on track in an electric car, but also doing our day-to-day, like the shopping and fitting everything in the boot like the dog. We can do that all in this. So that's it for here at Bedford Autodrome. Whether we maybe try and get one of these for a week to see whether the dog likes it and how it works on day-to-day. But in terms of on track, that is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I think we're ending it there.